Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to share with you the procedure on changing the main gear from the 450SV helicopter. Okay, this helicopter, as you can see here, suffered a blade strike which causes the main gear to be stripped off. Okay, some of the main gears, as you can see, has been flattened. Okay, and we're going to change the main gear here, okay, and replace it with a new one. Now before we can do that, okay, we're going to remove the main blades, because you're going to line the helicopters by each side. Okay, and if you do not remove the blades, the flybar will actually be in the way and you cannot line the whole helicopter on its side. Okay, so we now go ahead and remove the main gear, the main blades. Okay, now removing the blades will actually let you line the helicopter on its side this way easier. Alright, now let me run through the main gear. Now do not be intimidated by the assembly here. It looks complicating to some, okay, especially you are new in this helicopter hobby. It's actually a whole assembly attached to the main shaft, which is secured with a nut and a bolt at the bottom, okay, via the pulley and the main gear. So today we're going to remove this main gear. So all we need to do is to remove this bolt and nut right at the bottom here, if you can see. Okay, we're going to remove this one so that we can actually shift the shaft out of the place, okay, where the shaft hole meets on these bolts. Okay, and also do take note that there's actually three attachments here. These are bowlings. Okay, these three bowlings attachment on the swash must be removed. So let me show you how to remove this. Now first of all, we got to release the elevator guide on the front of the helicopter, because this elevator servo is actually attached to the bowling, okay, with an extension arm, okay, sliding through, okay, the guide. So we got to remove that one out, okay, simply by unscrewing the top screws right here. Alright, just simply do a pivot outwards this way, and it frees off from the guide, from the bowling extension. Okay, so in this way you can actually pop all the three linkages out, okay, to free the swash, okay, from the servos. Okay, this is the bowling plier that you need. Okay, alright, it has a little tip here, okay, with two arms, okay, for you to pop the linkage this way. 1, 2, and finally on the elevator, 3. Alright, so it leaves the swash free from the servo. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove the bottom one, which I just show you, okay, the bolt and the nut, and you should be able to free the shaft out, okay, together with the whole rotor head assembly. Okay, now before we do that, as you can see here, this is the belt which runs across the boom to the tail assembly, right? So it has been tensioned, so we need to release the tension so that we can actually remove the belt out from the pulley. Okay, so by doing that, you have to release the boom attachment screws, okay, right at the back here. There's actually 4 of them at the bottom. Okay, and you have to also release the boom brace, which is tightened on the boom. Okay, that will allows you to slide the boom forward, okay, for you to release the belt, slightly forward for you to release, okay, the pulley from the belt. Okay, alright, it's off now. Okay, all the boom brace is off now. Now you can see the boom is loosened. Okay, so we just push it forward. As you can see, as I push it forward, the belt loosens up, and you can see it's kind of slide off easily from the pulley. Okay, so the last thing to do is to finally release this bolt which attached with the one-way bearing center shaft to the main shaft. Okay, you can remove that screw. Alright, that's the bolt which attached the one-way bearing shaft to the center shaft. Okay, and after which, there you go, the whole assembly comes off just like this. Okay, just leave this aside. Okay, we only need to change the main gear, so the pulley we will have to use it back. Okay, if there's nothing wrong with the one-way bearing, just leave it as it is. So we will go ahead and remove, okay, these 4 screws attachment and transfer over to the new main gear. Okay, this is the one that we need to change. The rest of the remaining items will remain. Okay, so let's change this very quickly. Alright, we have already changed the one-way bearing, okay, with the attachment to the main gear. Okay, so we take the opportunity now to do some Loctite. Okay, right at the tip here, just a little bit will do. Don't have to put that much thread lock on the screws. Just a tiny bit will be perfect. Alright. Okay, now there we have it. Okay, all the 4 screws is being thread locked onto the one-way bearing, okay, on the pulley. Now there's one thing which we need to share with you is, if you happen to notice this little hole here, which was meant for the bolt which we took out earlier, and this one actually has a hole. You're supposed to go through the hole, okay, on the one-way bearing shaft. Right inside this one is a one-way bearing shaft. There's a hole which you must align with the hole on the outside. So all you can do is very simple. Okay, if you can catch this, I'm going to turn, okay, this main gear back and forth until you probably will see the hole starts to align. Let me try this up, if you can see. Okay, right there. Okay, just to double check the hole is through. Alright, okay, this is the hole, okay, which must be aligned for both inside and outside. And that's very important for you to insert the bolt back on when you put the main shaft. Okay, there's one more hole at the main shaft which is here, and that also needs to be aligned with, okay, the main gear this way. So we're going to catch this in the wall. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but you got to be patient. Okay, there's no easy way out. So we have tried many ways. There's no easy way out. So we got to do it very, very patiently. Okay, so right here you can see. All right, this hole. Okay, this hole and this hole should be aligned. Okay, if you put it up, okay, pull it up, it must be aligned. Okay, so we're gonna do that right now, and I'll be right back to show you the final thing. All right. Okay, before we can do that, okay, we have to insert the main shaft right back where it was. Right, this way. Okay, not too deep. Okay, and the next thing, it's to insert, okay, the main gear and align with the main shaft and push the main shaft through right from the bottom. Okay, and next thing you do is to insert the bolt, okay, which you took out from earlier. Okay, got it. Okay, managed to get the bolt through the hole, both the main shaft and the one-way bearing shaft. Free turning on the main gear, and when you hold it, it turns free on the other side. That's how you indicate the one-way bearing is working fine with the bolt, okay, going right through the aligned hole on the main shaft and the and the one-way bearing shaft. Okay, so we're going to attach the nut back on the other side of the bolt. Okay, just to tighten it off. Okay. Alright, okay, we have already attached the main gear back onto the main shaft, okay, and also tightening the bolt right at the bottom together with the nuts. It's nice and tight right now, okay, brand new gear. Okay, remember the first time when we took the boom forward, okay, just to release the belt tension for you to take the belt out. So we're going to do this on the reverse procedure, and we're going to slide the belt back onto the pulley, okay, and remember to pull the tail boom slightly a bit tight. Okay, that's how it goes. Okay, now to see whether the direction of the belt is correct, okay, we need to turn this clockwise. Okay, when you turn clockwise, alright, the tail should be counterclockwise. Okay, clockwise on the main rotor head and counterclockwise, okay, on the tail rotor. Okay, so that is correct, and we shall go ahead and tighten the boom. Alright, and make sure after tightening the belt should be a little bit more tension than where it was. Okay, now we're going to share with you to determine the tension and the tightness of the belt. Okay, you need to have a screw tip or a hexagon tip. Okay, just press the belt along here, okay, between the rollers here and the pulley, okay, right at the middle. Just give it a little tap and make sure it doesn't touch the other side. Okay, it has a little bit of slight tension, it's okay, okay, but it should never touch the other side. If you touch the other side, it is too loose. Alright, so just give a little bit tap, okay, make sure it is a little bit loose but not touching on the other side. Okay, and once after that, tighten both sides of the boom, okay, and attach the three ball links to the servo on the swash plate this way. Right, just attach it back. Okay, fold the elevator guide back in. Alright, and tighten it off. Okay, the screw, just tighten the screw back on, and voila, there you go. Okay, changing the main gear on the KDS450SV. Right, the rest of the items, okay, there's any case that you made a crash, okay, you suffered a crash or something like that, just make sure you visually go through all the alignments and make sure they are okay. The boom, make sure they are right. Okay, make sure the gears of the servos are not stripped and the main gear is not stripped. If they have, you have to just do the replacement, okay, part by part. Okay, and refer to the manual that comes with the KDS450SV. Alright, so I hope this quick video guide helped you on to identify some of the easy tip or an easy way out to change the main gear on this helicopter. And if there's any questions, feel free to email us or leave a comment on our Facebook, and I'll be very glad to share any simple tips that I may come across easy for you guys. Okay, thanks for watching.